Yeah, I feel like the energy coming out was good. I think one of our biggest emphasizes was not giving up any 3 point shots. Really emphasizing taking away the 3 point shot. And I think the first half they didn't really get. I don't even know if they got that many attempts up in the first half. So we know that was a big emphasis, and we came out. We had great energy. We ran, we pushed, we guarded, communicated. Just some of the things we've been preaching in practices the past couple of days, and we know we got a big competition coming up next with Alabama, and they're another team who likes to shoot a lot of threes. So I think we emphasize the 3 point shot a lot tonight.
Dylan, kind of going off based off that, the way you guys played in the exhibitions and kind of having that goal of not tonight, but also Alabama, how much of those games kind of prepare you to come out firing on all cylinders tonight as a team?
Oh, big time. I mean, Towson and Michigan were really good for us just to learn about our weaknesses, learn about what we got to get better at. Um, and, it's a whole different kind of pace. Towson was a real gritty, kind of slow team. Michigan they played a little fast too, but they were another gritty team. And then playing against Quinnipiac, who's a really good team, and they can really, they really push the pace. That all just gets us prepared. And, Alabama's another team who pushes the pace as well. So this was a great, matchup for us just going ahead.
Um, Sadiku, what did you like about tonight? And um, you get that pregame ceremony that looks back at last year, and then coach is talking about we're after the one goal. Is that kind of a message to the guys of what happened last year, but also what can happen this year?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Because after all of it, we came in the huddle. They were like, "Oh, let's get another one." But we mostly focusing on every game, one game at a time, and we're trying to get better each game as it goes on. Yeah.
So Dylan, you mentioned in the first exhibition game that your emphasis on your play was in defense. How do you feel tonight after leading the St. John's team overall in points? Do you feel the defense is still your biggest strong suit, or do you feel like you could bring more to scoring as you did tonight?
I mean, I think it just came with me playing freely, and I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. So the scoring, I don't even really like. I'm not even thinking about the offensive side. I'm just thinking about the defensive side, especially with this team. And I think we have so many scores. I mean, you look down and we have so many guys in double figures. So it's just all about the defensive end, and that won us the game. Just locking in on the defensive end, locking in on the scouting report, locking in on what they're good at, which was 3 point shooting, and we really emphasized that the past couple of days. But I mean, the defensive end is where it's going to be for us, and we talk a little bit at least about like last year's team and how they're one of the best defensive teams in the country, and that's the type of defense we got to get to.
Sadiku, you were on a team that started out a little bit slow last year and then turned into like a 31-win behemoth. How far ahead is this year's team at this stage of the season compared with what that team was?
Like you said, last year's team, we came in, every game was slow at the beginning. So this year, every practice, we kind of emphasize, like we started practice playing hard and working hard from beginning to ending. So we're not giving ourselves any chance against any team. We're trying to play hard from beginning to ending, and that's what we did today.
And given the fact, I mean, no one knows Pitino as well as you. You've been with him the longest. Given the way that his teams improve over time, like, what do you think this team can be?
I think the sky's the beginning for us. I think we got a lot of ceiling and potential. And the best thing we're trying to do right now is just get better each and every day on defense. I think that the rest will take care of itself if we get better on defense.
Dylan, you guys had 25 assists today. I mean, do you think that you guys can carry over this offensive flow throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that over time we're understanding each other better. Just getting in motion, cutting, making cuts, making plays off the ball. I think that's something we've definitely improved in over the past couple of practices, the past couple of weeks. And like this just all goes back to how much we got to improve just from learning about the exhibition games. But offensively, I mean, sharing the ball is something we want, cutting off the ball, and then just making the right plays. We had a couple of turnovers early in the game where that were really unforced, just us making mistakes. So we got to clean up on some of those things. But for the most part, I thought we did a really good job of sharing the ball.
Dylan, this game was obviously a big first step. You guys brought a lot of energy at the beginning of the game. Talk about halftime and coming out of the huddle in halftime. How did you guys, already having the lead, really step it up and, feed off of that energy that, kind of could have been lost with such a lead?
I mean, halftime we preach a 0-0 going back out. It doesn't matter how much we're up. When we go back out there, it's 0-0. Because, in this game, you can lose a lead real fast if you're not coming on point. So we just emphasize some of the things we made little mistakes in the first half with. Like I said, unforced turnovers, making sure we're rebounding. We haven't won a rebound battle in a couple of games, and we wanted to emphasize rebounding the ball a little bit. So especially the guards helping us rebound. And, it was just about some of the mistakes we were making in the first half to clean it up in the second half and continue to play defense and watch this lead, go ahead for us.
For both guys, when we talked to Rick on Friday, he said that he didn't think you guys were quite ready for the season, that he joked that he wanted to push the game back a week. Did he tell you guys he didn't think you guys were ready, or was that just Rick being Rick?
That's him being him. Just to send a message to us. And I think we're going to keep working and just keep getting better each and every single day. Yeah.
Dylan, when you watch the banners being unveiled and the rings being given out, how did that make you feel about the season you're embarking on?
I want one. I want one for all of us. I want Diku to get another one, Zuby to get another one. When you watch that, it's like, man, you want to be a part of it. And we have the team to do it, which starts every day in practice. But obviously seeing that, I even looked at Zuby's ring or one of their ring, and I was like, man, I got to get one of those. So, and we're all saying that, all the new guys. We all know what we want, we're fighting for. But it starts in practice every day. But it's awesome to see, for sure.
Well, the one thing that stuck out from an ultra positive standpoint is our mentality going into the game from when the ball was thrown up to the end of the game. We had a very intense, aggressive mentality. We made our mistakes, as you always do in the first game, with little fundamentals. But overall, I can't be more pleased. But now we're going to play a whole different type of ball club, a team that, watching them on tape, doesn't take but 8 or 9 seconds every possession to shoot. So we got to be ready for that, but we'll enjoy this win.
Rick, on Friday, you said you didn't think this team was necessarily ready for the start of the season. And given the way you guys played tonight, did it surprise you at all?
No, I think the 2 exhibition games really helped us a lot. 2 excellent teams that got us ready with 2 different styles of play. I think that was a big key. It's sometimes you pick up a stat sheet and wonder who plays well. Tonight, Dylan Darling had 6 points, but he gave a dominating performance. Dominating. And just the way he played, both ends of the floor, he was dominating. So it was a good win. They're a much better team than what you saw at Quinnipiac. But our guys just were very intense and very ready to play.
Rick, what specifically did you like about Darling?
About who?
Darling.
I just thought he took over the game from a tempo standpoint, got in the lane, found people, was tough on defense, made some mistakes in the first half by letting him reject screens, but thought he was terrific. Our first half defense was outstanding. Our second half wasn't as good. I don't think they made a 3 in the first half. I'm not sure. But this is a 3-point shooting team.
Rick, you got on the mic there, during the pregame ceremony, and you talked about we're after the ultimate ring, the ultimate goal, a national championship. Do you think that kind of your reasoning behind that? And
my message was that you don't look at a national championship. My message was you look at every day as a gift to get better, and then someday you potentially could wear a ring. That was the message, not to think national championship, but to think of today.
So Rick, you said after the Michigan game that you think the team's biggest struggle was the guards rebounding. How do you feel tonight after a game where the guards altogether totaled over 10 rebounds?
Well, I thought Dylan Darling did a good job. I think Joson tried. Ian's got to get better at that. He's got to get better at other things than just scoring. But he is such a great learner, such an incredible young man that he'll get it. He'll get steals, he'll get assists, he's just an incredible young man that has, I've always said it, he has the most upside on the team.
Rick, a couple things.
Roger.
Yes, a couple things. First, the way that Hopkins and Ejiofor pass to each other, is that something that you've been looking for, and is that a thing that you liked?
Well, Bryce is playing the small forward position, and I'm just trying to make him an alpha dog. You see plays of brilliance from him, but I want him to do it every second of every minute that he's out there. When he gets that, I think you could have one of the premier players in the country. And he's working at that, getting better at it. Certainly going to have to be one of the better players in the country come Saturday.
And Rick, the pregame ceremony, like, how rewarding was it for you to see these guys get the rings and to look at the banners and see the way that your fans reacted to you thanking them for all the home victories?
You know, I think it's a special season. The second season, you know, we thought we should have made the tournament the first year. We got better and better and better. We didn't. We took it to a new level. It's difficult because you don't have all your players back. You have a whole new team building a new culture, new mentality. But that's the nature of our game today. Everybody goes through that, with the exception of maybe like a UConn that has 3 or 4 starters back. Everybody goes through that. It was very rewarding. But the lesson I would try to tell my guys is, I told them this the other day. I said, for the last 15 years, I said I was retiring after the year. Last 15, I kept saying, this is my last year. Because I say that to convince myself to coach as if my job is on the line every single day. And I've never thought about retiring because I'm having but that was my mentality. I tell them all the time, play this game as if it's your last second, your last possession, your last game, and you're going to get the rewards. And they're doing that right now.
Coach, you talked about Darling tonight. Talk
about
about the tenacity of Dylan Mitchell and Joson Sannon, who also seem to bring a level of fire and energy tonight.
Joson's one of the more gifted talents I've coached. And I've coached a lot of great ones, a lot of first round, a lot of lottery picks. But he's got great talent. He's just got to learn more defensively, learn more about the game. But as far as talent's concerned, he's big time, really big time. I started Ian tonight because I needed to get Oziah off the defensive point guard. I needed Ian's defense. He's very good on the ball, not as good off the ball. So we always start people for defensive matchups more than offensive matchups.
Rick, you guys were up by 20 at halftime, and Dylan Mitchell said you guys went to halftime with the mindset that it's 0-0. You know, what do you think about, the mindset of Dylan Mitchell out there, or the other players too?
We just talked about winning every 4 minutes. I told them, it's very difficult playing with a lead. Referees ref the lead sometimes. Players, the other team is just going to drive. And I thought we did as good a job as I've seen since I've been at St. John's with playing every 4 minutes. Their intensity and their mentality was awesome tonight.
Hi, Coach. College basketball season has officially begun. What are you most excited to learn about this team as the season begins and gets going?
Well, this schedule is a bear, but I'm not going to think of the next opponent until the next day and just play it one game at a time. Last year we were down 4 to the Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac's a much better team than you saw tonight. Much better. They've got really good players who can put it on the floor, shoot the hell out of it, get to the foul line, but they ran into a team that just was ready to play tonight at all phases of the game. So I'm just looking forward to we're off tomorrow, Wednesday's practice. I don't have any grand plans.
Rick, two more things. You mentioned Jackson. You know, he didn't play maybe his best basketball in the two exhibition games, but you know, if you take a look at his stat line, you know, and the 3-pointers, you know, how do you feel about the progress he made since then, and to what do you attribute that?
He does one thing that I don't know why he makes this mistake, but he does it once every practice, once every game. He just comes down the floor and for no rhyme or reason gives the other team the ball. He does it every practice and every game. He did it tonight, if you remember. And I tell him, I said, look, I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you as a coach. After this is my 52nd year of coaching. I told him this yesterday. You're wearing a white jersey. Don't give it to the red jersey. Do you understand? He said, that's the best advice you can give me? I said, yes. Stop just giving the ball away. And he does it once a game, once a night, once a practice. Outside of that, he's growing. He's got to be more physical on the backboard. He's a very willing passer, although I probably didn't have an assist tonight or a steal. He's a much improved defensive player. He's lightning quick. He can shoot it. So I'm very pleased with Ian. And he's the most unbelievable kid that's gotten so many accolades. He's such a great guy. So he's improving, getting better.
The other thing I was going to ask you is about Sellers. You know, he's been a terrific 3-point shooter. He didn't look for his shot a lot at the beginning of the game. Do you think that he's being responsible and named the point guard makes him look for his shot less, or do you just think the shot wasn't there for him?
No, you saw the scrimmage where he played point and scored 30 points. I just think all these guys are very unselfish. He took a 3 that was about a foot behind the NBA 3. I think teams know he's a great shooter, and they try to take it away. But the one thing I think you readily see is our athleticism. Even KO's dunk at the end of the game, his missed dunk. I mean, we're very athletic. I don't know who the best jumper is in the team. There's about 7 of them. I don't know who gets up the highest, but they can really get above the rim.
Rick, I had 2 things for you. You didn't start Ian to the second half. Was anything behind that after you started the game?
No, I just thought that Josan had it going a little bit scoring-wise. Wanted to get him out there. And I didn't want Ian to get his 3rd right away. We had a big lead, so I didn't have to worry about who to put on the point guard. In the second half, I was just trying to see some matchups, see how they played together.
And were you surprised at all at how well you played tonight? I mean,
well, I didn't expect a 108-74 outcome. So from an outcome standpoint, but I really thought the 2 exhibition games got us ready for tonight. Where last year I don't think that was the case, but I think this got us ready. And I thought the Michigan game was excellent. It'll get us ready for Alabama. But Alabama is the most unique team to play against in the country. I've played against them twice, once in the NCAA with Iona, and then once in the regular season with Iona. And it's a track meet. Fortunately, I think we can play that style. We're looking forward to it. They're very well coached. Nate's a good friend of mine, so we're looking forward to it.